Yes, and we are live. Hey everyone, you're welcome to the Let's Talk Business Sustainability webinar series with your amazing host TC Okore. Okay, so if you are new to this space, my name is TC. I'm a launch and sales funnel strategist. I'm also an online business manager specializing in systems, funnels, and automation. So I love to help you create consistent income and also help you build that lifestyle, right, that you desire and you deserve using these amazing tools. That's basically what I do, and I'm very passionate about it. You see, every Wednesday, we do this weekly. All right. So every Wednesday, I come in here, talk about all things behind the scene, what basically makes that makes you that money, right? What you get to do behind the scene at the back end so that your front end is simplified, your front end is seamless. Okay. um Hi, good morning. So we are currently streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Okay, so you can also drop in the comment. I'm definitely going to see it. You know how we do it. Okay, keep asking all of those questions. Drop your questions in the comments. I will pick it up. If you have any questions, you have feedbacks, you have shares, just drop it in the comments, and I will pick it up. Okay. So, like I said, right, today we're going to be touching on three automation to help you optimize your sales funnel. Picture this, right? Now, if you're a service provider, you're going into digital products and you're like, you know what, TC, I'm building a course, for example, right? I'm building a course and I want to launch my course. Now, you eventually launch your course. For some reason, your course obviously is on autopilot, right? You maybe you don't do a live launch. Maybe you've already had the course and you want to put it on autopilot for it to start making that money for you, and so you set up for yourself an evergreen funnel, right? Now you notice maybe after 2 weeks or thereabouts that for some reason, you're not seeing the sales, people are not clicking, nothing is happening. Even when people click, right, you're not seeing the next steps. Now, what you want to do is figure out the loopholes, right, in your sales funnel. Now, to be very specific, since I'm talking about courses, you want to be able to figure out the loophole in your course funnel, in that particular course funnel, right? Now, today we're not going to be talking about fixing those loopholes, okay? I have content for that, and you'll be seeing it very soon. But for today, I want to share with you, right, three top automation you need. Literally get this done for your sales funnel to work for you. Now, if you are in that space where tech is not your thing, so you nothing to worry about, nothing to feel shy about. Tech is not everybody's thing, but we know that you need automation, right? We know you need AI. We know you need tech, right? Especially if you are an online entrepreneur, right? You have your business online. You want as much as possible, figure out how you can infuse and integrate all of these things to make it work. Because whether you agree with me or not, tech, automation, AI is now and, well, for a very long time, going to be a critical aspect of your journey as an entrepreneur, especially online. So you want to be able to figure out how you can infuse all of these things. Okay. Now, if you are saying to yourself, I know I need automations, but I don't know where to start. This is literally where you should start. Okay. Now, if your goal is to connect the right people and then you know, get them into repeat paying customers, right? You want to, as much as possible, tap into this particular automation. Now, even if you don't have any automation done, right, for your funnel in your business, for your sales process, you want to, as much as possible, figure this aspect out. So I'm just going to make my screen, I'm gonna make it full, right? Once in a while I'll just pop it, all right? So I'm just gonna make it full. So today we're going to be timing into three major aspects, right? I talked about it earlier. So we're going to be doing three major aspects just to ensure that your sales funnel works for you, right? You get the best out of your sales funnel. Obviously, you know who I am, right? Today, we are going to be talking about optimizing your sales funnel. What's the need actually, right? What's the need when I talk about optimizing your sales funnel? I'm not saying you don't have a sales funnel. I'm not saying your sales funnel is not working for you. I'm saying get it to work better. I'm saying you're able to generate those leads clearly without necessarily feeling overwhelmed, right? Without feeling, pressurized to want to either keep marketing or, it's just seamless, right? And it's not draining, okay? Because that's basically what your sales funnel is all about. And leveraging automation for this, it's simple. It's just, hey, what do I get to automate, right? Breaking down that word, it's you saying, how do I get to cut down on all of those repetitions, right? How do I get to build a lean team? How do I get to increase the productivity? How do I get to increase the efficiency of this particular launch of mine, right? How do I get to make sure that the redundant tasks, the repetitive tasks are like cleared out? And so you are able to focus on closing the deals, right? Trust me, with your launches, they're like different segments, but the most important aspect, which basically as a CEO, you want to be involved and not distracted, is closing those deals, right? Ensuring that you're the front end, being who you're supposed to be, basically the CEO, right? And so that's really what automating your sales funnel looks like, right? That's one of the benefits and the summary of how or the value, right, that you get with automating and optimizing your sales funnel using automation. Right now, I mentioned I was going to be sharing with you three top um automation. So in no particular order, all right, let's just do that. So in no particular order, I'm going to be giving you three, right? There's so many, like I mentioned in the caption, there's so many, but you want to start with this because these are very important, especially when you want your sales process, your sales circle, your sales funnel to work for you. I love this one, the apps integration. Ask me how, or why rather, right? Now, so many of us know that we need to use these tools, right? But what you don't know is that you want to be able to set up these tools the right way. Now, how it goes way beyond writing those content. It goes way beyond ads. Even with your ads, right? It goes way beyond the content. You want to be able to set it up the right way, right? You want to be able to put in the plugins. You want to be able to put in the triggers. You want to be able to set the event, the actions, what you need them to do, all of those little things, right? They seem little, but those are literally the things that actually make it work. Those are the things that make the entire flow seamless, right? So you want to, as much as possible, pay attention to all of these, in quotes, little things. Now, with your app integration, so there are some platforms, right? Some following platforms that give you yeah, that gives you the opportunity to have like this direct within inbuilt integration, right? And so you're able to integrate maybe your email marketing platform, you're able to integrate Zoom, able to integrate your Google Calendar, integrate all of these other, side by tools or platforms that you're using, right? There's some platforms that give you that functionality. However, there are other platforms that might not, okay, maybe totally. And so you might need help in maybe bringing all of this little, because your funnel is a seamless flow. So now, once you have all of these things scattered everywhere, you're going to be confusing the entire process, right? You would only get more confused than you started. Okay, you only get more confused than you started, and sometimes it becomes uneasy, right? Sometimes it becomes uneasy for you. Sometimes it gets overwhelmed. Sometimes it gets so like, where do I start from? Okay, so you want to, as much as possible, think about this, right? This is like very important that you put it into consideration. All right. Now, I know I mentioned that most times we might not be opportune to get that platform that gives us all of these integrations from within. Now, what do you do? There's an amazing, I'm sure you've heard of this before. Now, you have integration platforms, integration tools. Basically, what they do is help you bring all of these, disjointed parts, tools, all of these things you have everywhere, right? Bring it together for you to have a well defined executed tech suite, right? Now it's able to help you bring all of these things together, put them together to ensure that your sales process is seamless, right? What's the tool I'm talking about, right? You can actually start with Zapier because I'm sure that it's one easy integration tool that literally helps you get the work done, right? So I have an example here. Okay, so there are also so many funneling platform. There's a FG funnels, there's Groove funnels, there's Click funnels, that is lead pages, there's this, there's that, there's Go High Level, that is Infusionsoft, Keep. There's so many of them, right? Now, I'm just going to give you an example. This is not me saying this particular platform is better than any platform. This is just me saying, hey, this is an example of how Zapier can help you, right? Um, when you have all of these, tools everywhere, right? You zap it, right? So that it gives you one seamless flow. So one example is maybe integrating your click funnel to maybe your Google Calendar, or you have your Google Sheets or your Zoom or your Calendly, or your if you use, obviously you should, you have an email marketing platform, maybe you use ConvertKit, or you use Active Campaign, or you use there's so many of them, right? Now, this would help you integrate all of this. So, for example, you build your landing page or your sales funnel within ClickUp, right? Now, you want to be able to integrate your ClickUp into maybe a particular sequence. Maybe you're using, for example, Infusionsoft, right? Now, or Keep, or Active Campaign, or ConvertKit, right? Now with Zapier, you're able to use this, right? Integrate your ClickFunnels to your email marketing platform. So once somebody signs up for your lead magnets, for example, if you're doing a lead generation funnel, right? Now, the moment they sign up, right, they automatically go to your list. Now, they don't just go to any list, right? That's what Zapier is meant for. It's intentionally connects you, or yeah, intentionally connect your lead, right, to the right sequence, to the right follow-up campaign, right, depending on what action you need them to take, right? So that's basically what this is about. So here is where you get to add your connections. You first integrate your ClickUp with your Zapier, and then you're able to connect the rest of all your platforms, right, in just one space. And it's seamless. It's so easy to navigate through, right? So that's where have you been in this situation where you find out that your button, so for some reason you keep clicking and then the buttons are not working, or maybe a link is broken or any of that, you want as much as possible check it. Or sometimes some people get it, it has happened to me before, right? Sometimes I'm supposed to say, oh, I'm supposed to get, so they get this, they pay for a particular product and they're supposed to maybe go to a particular sequence that maybe walks them through how to use the product and all of that, right? Now, if there is a breach with the integration, right, you can actually find yourself taking them somewhere else. Now that's an issue because sometimes you're not able to go back. Hence the need for you to test, right? Hence the need. That's why I always say once you're done with the automation, get your expert to test it. You also test it. Get maybe another random person, outside to test it, right? Testing is one essential part of automation, essential part of integrations, essential part of implementation, right? So you want to keep testing. Just be sure that the flow, right, is exactly how you want it. Just be sure that your customer purchasing journey is exactly how you want it to, how you want them, right, to experience their journey with you. Okay. Now, number two, I talked about having two. Okay. Now, number two is simple. You want to set up your social media conversions and conversation, right, on autopilot. You can do this, right? Now, with your social media scheduling apps, you can and you should, right, be able to automate your entire social media marketing campaigns. Now, some platforms are able to do it from within, while some other platforms you want to have like or get an external scheduling app, right? Now, this is okay, right? You can always do this. There's some amazing platforms like Buffer, like Metrical, like Notion, like Later, like okay, there's so many, right? Now, if you use WhatsApp, you use Facebook, you use Instagram, Facebook Business Suite is good, right? Facebook and Instagram, you just do what you need to do. Schedule your content. You're able to figure out, your data, what's happening, where you need to evaluate, what you need to get done. All of these little things, right, can be done. Okay, so you can get all of those integrated within your social media platforms. Now, the good part, especially about your social media conversation, is important that you infuse, or rather, better use of words, you integrate your chatbot, right? Now, you can actually integrate your chatbot with your DM conversations, right? That's one good part you should, especially if you're working on a launch, right? And you might, right, not be able to always have time to respond. And depending on what exactly you're selling, and you feel like there will be a need for consistent customer support, and you might not be able to do this. Now, you want to avoid all of those redundant tasks back and forth, right? By setting your DM conversations on autopilot, hence the use of your chatbot, right? You can set up an autoresponder, you can set up a frequently asked question, you get all of these things done. Okay, so you want to do that, especially if you're working on a launch, right? You want to do that just to ease, all of the tension, all of the, oh, I missed this, oh, I need to do this. The rush, you don't need the rush, you don't need the pressure, right? It could this like literally just get you so overwhelmed when you do all of these things in a rush, right? So you want to, as much as possible, stay calm, stay coordinated while you're running your launch. Hence the need for this, right? Now, I'm going to talk about the third automation strategy. I love this, right? I always say when you're setting up your sales funnel, set up your drip campaign. Now, do not limit yourself to only email marketing. Do not limit yourself to only SMS marketing. Do not limit yourself to only WhatsApp marketing. Ensure that as much as possible, if you can, and if you have um, contacts, like all of these contacts, right? Drip all your campaigns. Now you can infuse you can have a mix of your email and your SMS campaign dripped together, right? Just so that your people are able to have a seamless flow. Like they're getting the emails, they're getting the SMS. When do you, maybe when somebody does this, the person, you want the person to do this or take this next action. All of these things, right? Sometimes it feels like, oh, it's going to be easy. But I tell you, right? One second. But I tell you, right, you want to, as much as possible, set all of those things up, right? Because it's not as simple. What I do, right, for my clients, right, we map out the campaign, right? We map out your funnel first, then we map out your campaign. We map out what the implementation and integration would look like, right? Like what the flow is, what you want them to do when they, once they get the lead magnet, what do they do next, right? After this email, how many days do you want them to get to this particular email? You want to set the right timing so that it actually fits, because any single thing you do wrong is literally going to destabilize the entire flow. So set up your workflow. You want as much as possible have this. Now you know that I actually designed it. So this is Active Campaign. This is Infusionsoft, right? Active Campaign can actually do both. You can do both your email and your SMS. Fusionsoft, you can do both of them, right? All in one. You can have your SMS and your so this is not me saying use those platforms. This is just me saying, hey, these platforms are very good, especially when you want to build your funnel, like have like that all in one space, your funnels, your landing pages, your campaigns, all of those things inbuilt within, right? Now this is just, a bit of what it looks like, right? So you want to, as much as possible, get this done, right? I was saying that I designed the email drip course workbook, right, to help you figure this aspect out, right? To help you figure this aspect out so that you're able to figure out step by step how you can DIY your own drip campaign. Remember, you don't just drip your emails, you can drip your SMS, you can drip your WhatsApp campaign, depending on what you're working on. Now, you can actually have both of them or the three of them all working for you, right? It depends on you. It depends on what your goals are, right? So that's it for today. Let me know if you have any questions. You can always let me see if I have questions from the other platforms. Let me know if you have any questions about your sales funnel. Um, yes, okay. So you want to you want to know, right, that it's important that you understand the tech suits that you have, right? Understand the platforms that you're using. Okay. You might not be the one using this, right? You might not be the one implementing it yourself, but you want to, as much as possible, have it all figured out, right? Know what they're doing, ask question if you have to, find out what's happening, right? So it's one thing for you to find out what's happening, so you be in the loop of things. It's another thing for you to do it yourself. So I'm not saying do it yourself, I'm saying know what is happening, right? So you're able to ask questions, and just in case, right, you're able to go in and fix certain things and don't even spoil certain things, because I've had clients come back to me and they're like, oh, TC, I messed this up, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, right? So you want to pay attention to the platforms that you use, to tech, right? The tech suite you have for your business, so you're able to get all of the benefits. Sometimes, or rather most of the times, we do not even know that the platforms that we use have certain functionality that would help us skyrocket our profits, right? And so we are having so many tools that literally do the same thing. And you're paying so much, you're doing this, you're doing that. You want to be able to scrap all of those out, right? So that's it basically. Yes, I do. I think I have one question. Okay, so yes, I do. Right. So I have a 90 minutes tech revamp where basically you have issues with your tech, right? We get on a call. You let me know what the problem is. I get to see the platform or the tech you're using, and within 24 to 48 hours, get it fixed for you. Give you a walkthrough of what was done, and then we just go with it, right? And then we just go with it. So, yes, if I don't have any more questions, let me see. We're actually streaming this on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. But let me know. Let me see. Okay. Okay, so no more questions for me. Thank you so much, everyone, for being in this space, for being a part of this conversation. If you have any questions for me about optimizing your sales funnel or about any of the automation strategies that I mentioned, do not hesitate to reach out to me. If you need the email drip course workbook, get in touch. All you just need to do is DM me the word course workbook and I'll send it to you. It's just $15, right? It's about almost 30 pages just to help you navigate through dripping your campaign yourself. Now, if you need help with your tech, hop into my DMs, right? Let me know what exactly you're working on, and I'm happy to support you. But yes, thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this. My name is TC, and I will be closing up for today.